Hello there. I'm Bill Madsen. I'm speaking to you from here in my office at the Family Centered Services Project in Watertown, Massachusetts. I'd like to introduce an article to you that I've written for Family Process and share some thoughts with you about that article. The title of the article is Applications of Collaborative Helping Maps, Supporting Professional Development, Supervision, and Work Teams in Family-Centered Practice. Yes, I know, it's a bit of a mouthful. This article takes work from a principle-based practice framework that I've developed called Collaborative Helping. It's been developed out there in the field with families, and it brings these ideas and practices into our own professional contexts in order to make them more a part of everyday practice, in order to support workers, supervisors, and organizations in the values and principles of family-centered practices, and to bring those into the everyday tapestry of organizational culture and agencies that serve poor and marginalized families. So this article has a threefold focus. The first is at a worker professional development level, and it uses these collaborative helping maps, which are essentially four organizing questions. Vision and hopes for your work. When your work is at its best, what does it look like? What's important about that to you? When have you seen bits of that happening? Who can you find to support you in that? Leading to a work commitment, which is sort of an encapsulation of a much richer description that people have given us about their work at its best. And then moving from vision to obstacles. What are some of the things that can pull you away from that? What gets in the way of that? And moving there to supports. What supports you in being more the person you want to be in your work? How can you deal with these other obstacles that are coming in on your work? And then finally, plan. How can we draw on supports to address obstacles, to attain the vision that you have as hopes for yourself? Now, this first part goes through this with a couple of outreach workers and highlights a number of sample questions that we can use to accomplish this. Second part is at a supervisory level, and it attempts to provide a map for supervisory conversations to help workers think their way through complicated situations, to reposition supervisors as not people who have the answers, but people who can help workers think their way through and develop their thinking in the process. So again, this lays out a concise map, some sample questions, and then offers an illustration of one way in which this was used in an inner-city child protective services context. The third focus is at a team and organizational level, and it highlights a particular consultation that was done with a team really split apart by race and class conflicts. Again, we began by developing moving outside of what are the problems here to what are some of your best experiences of being on a team. What's important about that to you? What of that do you and have others seen you bring to this team? Why is that important? What are you guys most proud of about what you've accomplished in a really hard human service context? Again, obstacles, what pulls you away from that, which we can think about as externalized entities. Supports, how do you respond to those obstacles? How do you get back to your preferred ways of being? And plan, how can we help you draw on supports to address obstacles to get to the plan? And then it has a number of reflections and follow-up reflections from the supervisor of this team and other team members. Now, here's what interests me about this article. Workers who have used these maps report that the maps help them maintain a disciplined focus in their thinking. It helps them have collaborative, constructive conversations with families. People say, it just helps me calm down. It's changed how I position myself with families. I think by bringing these same ideas and practices into our own professional development, our own supervisory interactions, and our own team and organizational dynamics, we help embed them in people's daily experiences. They become not something we're doing to people or doing with people, an intervention we're trying to accomplish, but rather a way of being in the work, a way of approaching the work that regrounds us in values and principles of possibilities, collaboration, responsiveness, and accountability. So that's it. I'd be very interested in any thoughts you might have about this, and invite you to please contact me with any reflections, thoughts, or questions that the article might stimulate for you. Thank you. My email address is Madsen1, number 1, at Comcast.net. It's Madsen 1 at Comcast.net. Thanks.